Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe again from Grindhouse Grotto. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate all support. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and check out my Terminator retrospective series. I'm going to be covering, everything Terminator related. I've already done reviews of all of the films in the series, and I want to continue doing updates as we get more news coming out for the new Terminator film, Terminator 6, Dark Fate. What I want to do is kind of avoid spoilers, though, and leaks. I just want to kind of talk about the films and, any updates from the production of Terminator 6. That's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be kind of avoiding other people's videos that may be spoiler related, and I'm trying to keep everybody free of spoilers. I did kind of do a little spoiler review yesterday where I discussed something that I had kind of stumbled upon, and it was unintentional. And I figured if somebody wants to watch it and know what's going on, they can, I'll give them that update. But moving forward, don't expect too many spoilers on my channel. Okay, so this video I want to talk about something that recently came out. I just saw this update on my newsfeed. And James Cameron, one of his premieres for one of his new movies, he just made an announcement, or gave a little tidbit of information that I thought was pretty relevant to the new movie. He stated that based off this new title, Dark Fate, that this movie is going to have a very, very dark tone, okay? Very similar to Terminator 1. So if you were going into this film thinking that it was going to be similar to Terminator 2, I still think there's going to be some elements of Terminator 2 in there, sprinkled in, but it's not going to have the same tone that we saw in Terminator 2. It's going to be more similar to Terminator 1. And he also gave an update on Arnold's character, which I find to be very fascinating. I spoke about it yesterday. There's speculation that Arnold is going to be playing the T-800 again. Well, I'm here today, guys, to say that that may not be the case in this film. Okay? Arnold, according to James Cameron, is going to be playing a very evil character. So the roles are going to be reversed from what we saw in T2, and he's going to go back to being an evil infiltrator Terminator in this movie, which is very surprising, to say the least. I'm going to be honest with you. We've seen some set pictures, behind the scenes little pictures of Arnold basically sitting down with Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor, Grace, and a couple other characters, and there's a dog sitting right next to Arnold. How is Arnold going to be an evil character? Maybe he becomes evil at some point? I don't know. But that's an interesting little tidbit that I read today, is that he is basically reporting, James Cameron, coming from James Cameron, that Arnold is not going to be a good character in this film. Okay? He is going to be evil again. He also indicated in his little tidbit of information he gave out that his Terminator is going to be a different chassis number. Okay? It's not going to be the same. It can't be a T-800 if he's saying it's going to be a different chassis number. So he said this version of Arnold is going to be like nothing like we've seen before. It's going to have a different chassis number, and his character is just going to be different. So this leads me back to what I talked about yesterday, and if you want to see that video, go check it out. I just posted it yesterday, and I talked about these spoilers or whatever. I'm trying to wrap my head around these spoilers that came out, that if you've been following, then you know what I'm talking about, to this new revelation from James Cameron, okay? And why is Arnold in this clip with a canine sitting right next to him, and they look like they're just sitting around having a couple drinks, okay? That's what it seems like to me, but these are actual pictures, behind the scenes of them filming part of the movie. It's not just them sitting around talking. So all of that, I'm trying to wrap my head around it, and to me it seems like the most plausible explanation is that Arnold is such a good infiltrator in this film that he is able to basically insert himself in this little inner circle, Sarah Connor, Grace, the other characters. He is able to get himself in there unnoticed, which is fascinating. And at some point in time, I think he will, in the film, basically execute his mission, so to speak, and will become the bad Terminator. Now, this kind of goes against early reports that Gabriel Luna was going to be the evil Terminator, which he very well might still be. So there's going to be maybe 2 Terminators in here. We saw in Genesis there were multiple, Terminators. We had the T-1000. We had John Connor's T-3000. Then we had the you know, the embodiment of Skynet. We saw multiple versions. We saw the T-800 come back. They brought that one back to life in the you know, the earlier parts of Genesis. So I think it's possible that they may go that route and introduce multiple Terminators. I kind of personally wish they would just keep it simple. You know, one Terminator and one Protector like we've seen in the first two films. Don't overcomplicate this film, okay? I don't want to see it go the route of Salvation or Genesis. It needs to be grounded. It needs to have a very simple story, okay? When it gets confusing like in Genesis, people just shut out. They lose interest. And that's kind of what happened to me when I went to the theater. But yeah, I'm fascinated to kind of know what, you know, what's going to happen with Gabriel Luna's character, okay? I definitely think his character is going to be an evolution of a T-1000. That's my opinion on it. But Arnold's character is basically it's a mystery right now, okay? And they are keeping that very tight-lipped. James Cameron, you know, he could be doing some misdirection here, okay? What he said in front of the press could be complete BS. He could be trying to intentionally misdirect us, or trying to misdirect leakers who think they know something, but, you know, or know something about the film, and he's trying to get them off, you know, whatever they think they know. That could very well be possible. I mean, I think that would be a smart move in his part, is to keep as much information as tight-lipped as possible. But anyways, guys, I'm fascinated by this. And then, oh, you also got Grace as well. You got Grace's character, you know, so you got potentially 3 different Terminators in this film. You know, you got Grace, you got Arnold as whatever model he is, and then you have Gabriel Luna as the new, you know, potential villain in this movie as the Terminator. And so, yeah, there's a lot going on in this film, and we shall see later on this year of what actually happens. But I'm excited to continue to follow the news. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing anything super spoilery. I'm not going to be giving away any kind of information about the plot. Just general updates that I hear in the news is what I'm going to be delivering for you all. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Drop me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content in this video. As always, please subscribe to my channel. All support is greatly appreciated. Until next time, guys, I'll be back.